So I'm on Twitter, right? And first, I want to preface with saying don't send this person or anyone that does this any hate. Um, I don't want them to be hated on, okay? But I do want to talk about how much it frustrates and annoys me, and honestly, arguably makes me mad when I see people selling what they call framework for 10,000 Robux, sometimes more, and it's like the simplest thing that I could make in like 20 minutes. And that's not me bragging. I mean, there's a lot of programmers that can make this, right? In not a lot of time. It's like so annoying. Like in this case, right? They're just making webhooks. It's just webhooks, which I have done before. A lot of programmers have done before, and it's like so easy to do. And I'll show you guys in a second, but it's just really frustrating. Um, this guy says it a little more aggressive than I would, but he gets the point across, and so like stop calling basic HTTP requests and functions frameworks than trying to sell it to uneducated people. This is what I think is part of the problem. And they respond with another person calling it basic without knowing all the features. It's basic. It doesn't matter the features. Webhooks, Discord webhooks are very basic and very simple and like pretty easy to do if you even have just a little bit of understanding of what you're doing. It's so annoying seeing this. And it's not just this person. I see this all the time with a bunch of different things people make and then they sell it for way too much money. So here's the thing, right? It's one thing for me to say all this. It's another to actually show you guys how easy it is to make webhooks, right? So we're gonna do that right now. And to start off, we have to go to Discord, and I have this little test server, and we gotta make our webhook. So for that, right, you want to go to the channel that the webhook will exist in, edit channel, go to integrations, create webhook, and boom, your webhook is made. So you just need to copy the webhook URL here, and then we're going to go back to Roblox and just create a variable for the webhook. Webhook URL. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have it in a string, right? Um, Now the thing with this is Discord actually doesn't allow Roblox like webhooks from Roblox directly, so you need to use a proxy, which is very easy, very simple. You could create your own proxy, which you could go look around how to do that, or use a proxy that already exists, which is what we're going to do today. So what I'm using actually for this, I would probably make my own proxy, but I'm just going to use one that already exists. And you can even see here Discord rate limit issues. The proxy has recently seen a major increase in usage. It's better to have your own proxy. But anyways, we're going to be using this just for this example. This website's really nice because you can just paste your webhook URL and it gives you the proper webhook URL that the proxy uses. And you can just copy that, go back to, Roblox Studio and paste your new webhook URL. And I'll have that link to that website in the description so you guys can do it yourself if you want. But anyways, all it really did was replace discord.com with this webhook.lewisakura.mo, whatever. So now we have a proxy, we can use it. Now, we need to actually send a message from from Roblox to Discord. Very simple. For starters, we need to set up the message, which will be included in a table, which we're going to call data. Pretty simple. You just set a variable or whatever. Not variable. Oh my gosh. A value in the table called content, which will be the message being sent. And you can just do like hello from Roblox. Now we just send that data. And to do that, we need to use HTTP service. So local HTTP service equals game get service, HTTP service, and then we can do HTTP service post async, the webhook URL, and then the data. But the data as is will not be sent properly. We need to encode it into a JSON string, which is very simple. You just do HTTP service JSON encode. You can see here it says generate a JSON string from a Lua table. So JSON encode data. Now, if we test this, okay, I'm stupid. We need to enable HTTP requests. Sorry, go to game settings, go to your security, allow HTTP requests. There. Now if we test it and we go back to Discord, you can see here, hello from Roblox. We got a working webhook, guys. It was that easy. And I know what you're probably wondering is like, well, that guy on Twitter had like embeds and everything. It wasn't just messages. Well, I'll show you how to do that and a lot more. So one thing you can do as well, we'll get to embeds, but one other thing you could do, you could set the username of the webhook. Let's just set it to my bot or something. You could set the avatar URL, which I believe like it has to be like a URL. It would have to be a URL, obviously that includes a picture, which I'll get one real quick. Okay, so yeah, I just got a basic, emoji picture, which we'll test right now. And as you can see, I just sent this emoji, right clicked, copy link, right? And then I set that as the avatar URL, which you can see it worked. Change the name, change the avatar, and it's still saying hello from Roblox. Now that we have that, let's do an embed, which is really simple. Let's go right up here. We could do embeds. Hold on, and then a table of the embeds, and each embed will be its own individual table, right? So we have the first embed. You want to set a title for the embed. We'll just go embed number 1 and a description. This is the first embed. And then let's set another embed. Title, embed number 2, description, this is the second embed. And then of course, make sure you have your commas and all that. And now if we test, we'll see hello from Roblox, embed number 1, embed number 2. Awesome. See how easy that is, guys? And I said I could do it in 20 minutes. It's been like 7 minutes since I started, since I was in Roblox Studio, and I basically did it. And of course, there's so much more to this. You can see here, right, there's actually like webhook resource. So this is like the docs, the documentation for Discord webhooks. And if we scroll down to here, you can see the JSON parameters. So like we were literally talking about, content, username, avatar URL, embeds, right? There's a bunch of stuff you can do. And even the embed objects, you can do even more with it. The title, the description, URL, timestamp, color, footer, there's so much that you can do with this. And I'll leave this in the description as well, so that you guys can go to this website and see all the documentation and make webhooks for yourself for free, Yeah, I mean, it's really, really simple. It's really not hard to make webhooks, and basically I just was kind of annoyed with seeing that tweet because I feel like it's almost like a scam. Like you're charging people way too much for something that takes 10 minutes to do yourself. So yeah, that's all from me. I'll catch y'all next time.